Hey everybody, this is Beef with Built by Beef, and this video I'm doing right now today is about a coil winder, how you might put one together. I'm just going to show you how I put mine together and how it works and all that. It's a coil winder for winding coils for a wind turbine, building the generator, building the stator, and should give you a good overall look of this thing here. Check it out. Just try to go slow so you. So you got our magnet wire back here, or you can make it for 1 or 2 spools. It's up to you. But anyways, so you got your magnet wire back here. So you're coming off your spool, coming to this first roller. I just carved this out of an old rubber wheel or something. Or you can just find a pulley, a V pulley, preferably plastic or rubber, so you're not marring up or scratching any of the coating off the wire. So I would recommend rubber or plastic. And up to the second roller. And then I usually, when I'm winding, I have my finger here guiding the wire, and to get a nice, tight, clean coil. And back and forth. And build up evenly back and forth across. This one, right now I have it on the drill, so it powers like that. Real simple. But I also have a hand crank that I can put on there. I make sure I made this 1/2 inch so I can fit a drill in there, 1/2 inch or smaller, whatever bearings you can fit, something like that. Make sure you got a nice solid base, either bolted down or something heavy enough to where it holds it steady. It really helps out. You don't want things jumping around. You want to keep it nice and consistent and still and steady while you're trying to wind your coils. And another very important piece, is this counter. So I have that bolted in here. Just real simple mechanical counter. You see that? So every time it goes around, just to show you, real simple. I got this piece 1.5 inch on the rod I welded on there. And you can do the whole thing out of metal, wood, whatever you got available, what you're comfortable working with. I did mine out of all steel, because it's so I do all metal fabrication, so that's what worked for me. Get this thing to stop twisting. So, yep. So yeah, and on your hubs, when you get all your coil all wound up tight, some way of pulling the coil off this thing. So this is another hub that example of. So see, it goes on something like, oop. Anyways, it goes on like that, or the piece sandwiches together with a spacer in between for the thickness of your coil, because you want, however thick you want to keep your coils. So this one I do it about 1/2 inch. Seems to be about right. Work good. But the important thing is, when you pull that 1/2 of that hub off, the coil's gonna be on there nice and tight. So you have some way of collapsing. So I slotted these holes here on the hub. So when I want to pull the coil off, I pull that side off, and then it drops in, because they're slotted on the one side, but not this side. This keeps them to the shape it needs to be. Those collapse in, and the coil can pull off. Obviously, but before you pull it off, you want to have a slot in here somewhere, 1 or 2 spots. So before you do pull the coil off, once you get it all wound to your, how many turns you're doing, put a zip tie or a piece of tape, and you tighten that up, and then you pull it off, and your coil stays nice and tight together. So it's very important. And I think that's about it. I'll give you another good look around this thing. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. You guys can see what I've done. You got any questions or comments, let me know. Hopefully I've explained or shown everything that you may need if you are looking to build your own winder. This arm here I made adjustable, so it'll tilt, it'll tilt in and out depending on, preference. Again, that's not a necessity, just, another little option I threw on there. But That's it. That's it. And these are some of the coils, examples of coils I've wound in the past. Like that. Different shapes, different sizes, different wire sizes. You know, it all depends on the power and voltage and all that stuff that you're going for. There's a group of them. In different hubs, you know, different shapes. This is kind of a V shape. You know, it all in you know, you want to go for the shape of your magnet. So a lot of variations and stuff, but I just want to give, you know, the basics on what it looks like or can look like. Don't have to look exactly like this if you are looking to build and wind your own coils for what I was doing, stators for axial flux wind turbine, and they actually work out real good. So I'll just end it there, short and sweet. And if you got any questions, just let me know, and hit the like button. Thank you.